Hey y'all, Aggrofiend here, and today I got another survivor build. We're gonna go with Scotty, my favorite survivor so far. AoE, tank, DPS, just a long list of everything that he does. He's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to show you how I run my Scotty. It has a lot to do with his AoE, has a lot to do with his heavy attacks, and it just makes combat easier for everybody around you. Your supports do really well with this, being able to melee things down as well. Range doesn't have to hit as many headshots, so on and so forth. It makes combat easier, and I've been finding a lot of success with him, and I've been finding very consistent damage numbers, and I play him a lot. I have run this through the ringer, and I think this is my perfect build for Scotty, if not one of the best builds for Scotty, because he's just a monster. So before we get into the build, like, comment, subscribe, let me know you want to see in the next video or any videos to come, and I'll try and make that happen. But with further ado, Thunder Thrust, his Q, his ability. It's just a big AoE explosion. He goes into an animation and then comes out, and it's a nice 100 damage or so. I think it can go up or down. I've seen different numbers, but I'm pretty sure it's just a flat 100 most of the time. It's on a fast cooldown, so you get 3 or 4 heavies on something when you're swarmed, and then pop this. It staggers everything around you, and then 1 or 2 more heavies, and everything just dies. 10, 20 enemies, however many are around you within 3 meters. It's fantastic. His next passive is collateral damage, which is what we were talking about. The heavy melees do 13% of damage in 3 meter radius. Fantastic, especially when you got a lumberjack axe. The mastery works really, really well. The attack speed's great, and it just turns him into a damage dealing AoE, tank. Exposure therapy reduces your fear levels with every enemy you kill. Every enemy you kill. If you were hitting one person and distributing that damage around you, hit your Q and 10 things die, that's 50 fear gone. That's half your fear. I mean, it's fantastic. I love it. And then weapon mastery, lumberjack axe, more damage, faster attack speed, dismemberment, so on and so forth. Game's been out a month. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what a weapon master is. But if you don't, it just means that when he has a lumberjack axe in his hand, he gets a buff for having the lumberjack axe, and it's fantastic. So last word. I thought last word wasn't that great until I figured out, and I know I'm behind the ball on this one, until I figured out that you could use a dodge to chain a combo. Didn't know that, but it makes last word so much better now, and especially on Scotty. Especially when you want to add that 50% of damage on your final hit, and then whatever that number turns out to be, 13% of that is distributed as well. It's just a huge boost to everything around you. Artful Dodger for in combat, allowing you to chain those combos, allowing you to escape, just giving you a little more evasiveness. Enough said about that. Devastating Force, 15% increased damage. Hey, can't argue with that. Now, what we're seeing right now is balance bar is king. High damage numbers are great. That's fantastic. Cool. You can do 120,000 damage in a match, but you only got 40 kills. Who cares? If you can stun stuff forever and they can't do any damage to you, you could have 10,000 damage. As long as they die, they die. So balance bar to me is king. So seeing stars is great. Now we have one for blunt force trauma just so we can go into heavy hitter, adding another 15% to our heavy hit since we're going to be using those majority of the time. Now, the 10% tougher than hell, I have tried this with and without it, and I can tell you right now, that 10% actually makes a huge difference. I don't know why only 10% makes a huge difference, but it does. That is a huge piece of survivability. Fighting shape. Now, if you have a good support or you find a lot of amulets, and most of the time you do, I'm talking 98% of the time, you are going to be at 100% health because everything's going to be dying before, or it's going to be stunned before your shields go down. So basically, your shields are your health bar, and you want to kind of play like that. You want to kind of play that your shields are your health bar, and hopefully, like I said, you have a good support that's constantly giving you shields, healing you up, and so on and so forth. And that extra 15% damage is great. And then again, balance bar, stunning strikes from your heavy melees. We're going to be using most of them all the time. So that's 20% locked in with the 25%. It's 45% balance bar damage on our heavies. Fantastic. So with that right there, how you want to play Scotty is I like to sprint towards the target most of the time, start with a light attack, and then go into my chaining my heavies. And then pay attention if you're getting swarmed. If it's just one singular enemy, just hit them with heavy attacks till they die. But if you can see everything around you, pay attention to them so that you know, hey, I've done you know, 3 heavy attacks or 2 or 3 heavy attacks, and you can kind of see everybody getting stunned around you, hit your Q, and you'll just see them drop. And then you keep hitting the same person, and the rest of them drop. All of a sudden, you've killed 10 things. So you can dive straight in. You can take a boss head on. I mean, you can't sit there and take it forever. Nobody can. Maybe Henry, but still, everybody dies if you do, if you can't kill the boss before he kills you, and you've got minions beating on your back. You know, you still need to have good combat skills. He's not invincible, but you can take a lot, and you can dish out a whole lot too. So if you're attacking that boss, everything around you is just taking a ton of damage. Really good in a death ball. So jump on in there, start with a light attack if you're sprinting so that you don't do the kick, and then continue with your heavies, chain into the last hit, and increase your damage. Other than that, he's just a straight beater. Just jump in for combat and go to town. So with that being said, that's the Scotty build that I run, and I'm absolutely having a blast with him, but AoE is fantastic, and balance bar is king. So let me know what you want to see on the next videos. Come by the Twitch. It'll be in the description below. Check out the Twitter as well. And if you come on over to the Twitch channel, we got a Discord, and you know where the YouTube's at right here. So keep an eye out for new content. All right, y'all have a great day. Later. Hey everybody, how's it going? Aggrofiend here. So I'm going to do a voiceover commentary.
Professor Raymond Novi.
So right now we're playing the Scotty AoE build. Absolutely love this build. And we started a fishing village. Now what we're looking for here is we're just trying to get some pinks. We're trying to find a lumberjack axe, and we're trying to coordinate with you know, our team. Now me and the Pablo Hex Criminal are in Discord right now. I did not record any of it. This was an off-stream game. I just wanted to get the gameplay, and I thought I would just voice over and see if I can explain why I do things. Now, I'm going shield here first because I have a Pablo. And depending on your team, depends on what you go into, in my opinion. If I have a Cheryl, I'm probably going melee, maybe health first, or so on and so forth. But definitely when you have a Pablo, you want to go shield. So now I like to pick up pistols or revolvers for a sidearm when I'm Scotty, because it helps with stunning. I'm not really trying to do damage. I'm trying to counter the possessions and so on and so forth.
This one feels
So here we found a lumberjack axe, which is exactly what we want, because we are level 25 and we have mastery. Now you can pitch your shimp colas off to your healer if you want to, and so on and so forth. But try and keep the amulets on you, as they are
The first piece of
pretty
the map
important.
has been found. Continue and find the next.
Because you want to keep your health as high as possible, above 95%, to get fighting shape.
not bad at all.
So grabbing some blue chests, just trying to pink
Your
up
group
right
now
here.
holds an additional piece of the
Team
map.
is
Well
definitely going through the pages pretty fast while we loot up. Now, this was not the strongest of demons, but it was a dang good game. And it was pretty sloppy play on some parts, because I'm still trying to figure out, you know, exactly where to go. So you see right there, you can still use a light attack and go into finishers if you need to as Scotty. And I gave my shimps right there to my healer, and he was full at the time. So we got a blue pistol and a common axe. Now this, I believe most of this was done with a common lumberjack axe, which is amazing, by the way. And again, sloppy play. I love Scotty. Scotty's my favorite survivor. But it still takes time. So Scotty giving me another amulet, knowing I need it. So shields are maxed, then we go into melee. So three most important things on Scotty are shield, health, and melee. The closer you get to the objectives, the faster you want to get your melee, but you definitely want melee and shields first, and then tailor make it to the game. If you want to go into health, go into health. If you need the stamina, go to stamina.
Sweet, potent. What's not to
So
like?
just going to continue to loot here. And again, like I said, this wasn't the strongest of demons, but it still, I still believe that it shows what the build can do. So yeah, there's me taking an unnecessary hit. So definitely taking a lot of unnecessary hits. Probably should be dodging a whole lot more in combat, but still works quite well. So I should have dodged, but I just went for the heavy. ate the Necromancer's AoE right there. Sorry for the lackluster commentary as well. It is 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm trying to get this video out for you beautiful people. So as you notice, Pablo and I are still working together while our warrior Ash and our hunter Ash are off. Probably 2 duos here. I know Pablo and I definitely were a duo. The other guys might have been a duo as well. Both, one being on PlayStation, one being on console, wouldn't change anything. As we're one on PlayStation, one on console as well. But they definitely worked like they were a duo. So. Pablo doing a great job there of making sure his amulet stayed on cooldown. And thought he was closer than he was. So there's a single light into the heavy. Now, see, I don't understand why it didn't kill right there. I feel like Necromancer's defense or shielding is bugged. So we'll just have to figure that one out later. So as you notice, I do a lot of trotting, letting my sprint or my stamina come back, so that I can have it during combat. So first part of this match, like I said, is kind of just slow paced, lots of looting, moving place to place with the other guys and trying to find the pieces. And we're really being allowed to really power up and really get a lot of our pinks with limited harassment.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a singular over-the-top heavy, which that move right there, a lot of the times will straight up one-shot a basic that's not possessed. They just knock their head right off, dismember their head, and it's fantastic.
I gotta get the recipe for these.
So again, you saw me go shield, then melee, then I went health. And now I'm going to work on my stamina. I like to go stamina next because it helps with combat. I'm not really worried about being feared because melee characters normally get shot a whole bunch when you get possessed. Not exactly a prime target to be feared. I think we're still searching for the piece right here, which I believe it was on the far end down there.
The final piece has been collected, making the map
Pablo
whole again and revealing the whereabouts of the Kandarian dagger and the lost pages of the Necronomicon.
So got some good distance to make up, and here we're trying to make a decision. Do we just jump into a car since it's 600 meters away, or do we try and, loot and go and so on and so forth? I try not to shoot or get into a vehicle, at least until we found all 3 places, but looks like the demon found us anyways, so time to go. And demon decided to take the car, and we're just like, no, we'll get back in. So here is where Hunter Ash and Warrior Ash decided to split up. Warrior decided to run away from us, so we just took off, and we were kind of like, listen, we can't waste resources waiting on someone if they're not going to pay attention. Surviving's the name of the game, so sometimes you get left behind. But yeah, like I've said, I've been having an absolute blast with Scotty. His AoE damage is just spectacular. like every 3 hits or so, everything around you that's in 3 meters gets stunned, it looks like. And you really can kind of CC the battlefield swarm quite a bit, especially against a Necro. Because they like to pump a lot of things on the field. So that's me being dumb, just running into a trap, not thinking about it, but we gotta clear them anyways. So we were just like, well, just take it on the chin and we'll go. Hitting for almost 500 damage on every single heavy, which is crazy. Sometimes it's lower 4s, sometimes it's upper 5s, depending on which part of the chain it's in.
The Necronomicon have been activated. Steel yourself for battle.
Yeah, not very good range damage from Scotty. So that over the top coming down again, just decapitating an enemy is great. Alright. So yeah, Ash here just keeps plowing things with that boomstick.
Reloading.
This is a pretty good shot. So right here you can see there is a Piper up and we still are able to fight them and still able to do quite a bit of damage, even though Ash just is blasting things behind us.
Something was controlling me like a puppet.
Nice exorcism by Ash. And Pablo doing his thing. I think we get another Piper put on top of us. The demon keeps trying to put the Piper up top and then come down and fight us. So Pablo's gonna go position himself up top in case that happens. We split off from the team. I'm just kind of letting everybody fight. There's not a whole lot of threat, you know, try and get a hit in when I can. Here comes the big guy. Here comes the possessed. Now we're doing some good damage to everything. See, and if something does get possessed, we have good, quick, fast swipes, as well as there's the pistol to try and stay at range and keep the possessed off of this, maybe stun launch you back. So I know my health's not staying. I'm missing 15% of my damage because I didn't let my health stay up. I missed my shield. So this is my fault. I should be drinking a Shimps here to try and get that extra 15% of damage right now.
Delicious.
Like I said, my playstyle was kind of sloppy in this game, but it does show off quite a bit what the build can do. And I do think that a lot of the time I might have been missing 15% of the damage. So there's a lot of damage that could have been made up at the end if I would have just monitored my health and shields a little better. Room for improvement. Always room for improvement.
In giving hope to my lost soul.
Now, I was talking to Pablo right there. I was thought about picking up the blue bat, but I really wanted to play the entire game with a lumberjack axe just to see what it looked like. Plus, I really don't know how fast he actually swings the bat versus the axe. So, you know, the mastery could play into a bit of a role with the extra attack speed. So for all you new players out there, we're stopping to get our fear down. Really, really important to do before you engage in the next objective or before you get in a fight. It's really good to reset your fear. So the demon's on us. And watch this. Here we go. AoE. And everything is gone. Everything just gets deleted between mine and Ash's AoEs. Just the whole thing. Fantastic.
To go.
But if you noticed, everything was getting stunned. I hit and it stunned everything, then Ash's ability went off and stunned everything. It's a great combo.
Nothing a little chef can't fix.
Oh, I'm with you.
So yeah, I wasn't really too happy that they tried to go inside to loot when we're like 40 meters away from the point, to get feared. Now we have to waste a little more time and maybe some resources. But as you can see, that attack speed really helps against possessed enemies. But got hit with a trap. He got hit with another trap. We got hit with a tree. So I went ahead and went into fear because it looked like he was trying to possess a lot of things and a lot of survivors. So I went ahead and finished out my fear resistance right there. I thought everything was a lot closer when I hit the Q right there, but as you can tell, everything that's right around me is just taking damage. And see, there's that dodge cancel I was talking about to attack. It just allows you to stay really mobile and connect with your last hit, as well as just keep chaining heavies. So again, here we are fighting a possessed elite that has a Piper on it. There was the dodge to cancel it out again to go back into heavies. And I mean, we're just not afraid to just get in their face. No clue why I pushed that Q there. So here the Ash goes down. They're trying to find the Piper, and we are just staying. I shouldn't have dodged there. I should have waited for the attack. But we're just staying right in their face. Fantastic. Back on it again, and just absolutely crushing. Oh, we have a possessed. That's cool. We can back up and try and get the range shots. I got sucked into him somehow right there. I had to back off to get some health from the Ash, but not the enemies. This one dodge. See, look at this AoE damage. See all that? It's fantastic. And the big swiping swings actually connecting with everything is really good as well. So we gained distance right there with our Artful Dodger and our dodge just to try and keep the pistol on it. So allowing us to back up. This is why I carry a pistol right here. Head over the top swing again. Fantastic. I love it. Trying to shoot around Ash.
Son of a, somebody shot me.
Very nice. So again, starting with a light swing, going into the heavy, hit your Q, everything's dead. Now we just have the elite to deal with.
All muscle memory.
There's the balance bar that I was talking about.
Anytime to jump.
The survivors have taken the Kandarian dagger. This weapon is key to evil's demise.
I need some ammo. Help a friend out?
The
Alright,
lost
maxed on
pages and
pinks, looking
Kandarian
good.
dagger are in your possession. You have all
Taking my
you
ammo
need
for the Ash
to
as he
banish
asked
the
for it,
Dark
dropping
Ones
it.
back to the Deadlands.
Now again, like I said, resetting your fear before the next fight. Very important. And now we go on to the Dark Ones, and we're getting ready to close this one out. Gonna do a little bit of loot and see if we can find some amulets real quick. Demon got back on us real fast. We didn't get the loot long. Watch this. All that beautiful, beautiful damage. Fantastic. Helping clear that room, that big swarm. That's what I was saying. It does it all the time. When they drop all those portals on you and all those enemies, you can just run in and just clear a room.
Need to reload.
We're gonna try and take the old busted car the rest of the way. I think it ends up breaking. Yeah, it ends up breaking. I end up hitting the most random traps running through the woods right here. There are so many of them. 3 hits and the elite's gone. And there's just another one. There's just traps galore. Trying to dodged into a tree. It was a nightmare trying to come through there. Again, there's that range pistol. So again, Pablo's getting ready to drop our fear before we fight. Just a real solid run. I mean, the demon wasn't great, but I mean, they weren't horrible, and they're level 26, so they got some power. I was really hoping for a legendary axe to come out of that, but we got a spear. And no, I don't pick it up. I use common axe all the way to the end.
Must feel sorry.
Took an unnecessary hit right there, but you know, took the Piper out so we didn't get chased down. So before we get in this final fight, if y'all enjoy this commentary that I have right here, voicing over my gameplay or whatever, let me know in the comments below if it was something that was enjoyable, or if you just really didn't care for it. Would you like to see just regular gameplay with no commentary? Some of the stuff comes from my Twitch channel, so you do have my face cam and so on and so forth. But I really am interested in knowing what you guys think about everything. So the demon right now is on the other two, and Pablo and I are like, well, if he's not going to come down here, then we're just going to start lighting this thing up. And we burn the dark ones down quite quickly, but the demon just stays on the other guys the entire time here, and just lets us basically have the dark ones for free all the way to book. But Pablo and I were very confident that, you know, with me with 2 amulets and him stacked like he was, that we definitely had a shot at taking the Dark Ones uncontested. So we knew the demon was still up there on them because he possessed Warrior Ash. So demon definitely should have run down here and defended the Dark Ones. But we were fairly confident we could take this.
Not killing me is the biggest mistake you ever made.
There is no doubt that the demon will attempt to destroy the completed Necronomicon. You must not allow it.
Oh. There's that overhead again. Fantastic as always. I think I said fantastic like 40 times in this video. Pablo coming in and stealing my kill. Thanks, Hex.
I needed that.
So now we have the demon here. Here's another big horde. So see that nice little stun right there with the AoE. And we just start getting into the combat. I see an elite start going for it. Now we have a Piper here. So right over the top, destroys the elite with the Piper. There's another one down. Now here's a possessed elite. Let's get into a real fight here. It auto locked on the basic, by the way. So we're just doing 489 to Mr. Man over here. He just has depossess, and we're gonna keep trucking. So popping my amulet to keep my health up, and again, book's got a whole bunch of stuff on it, and just try and keep heavy attacking everything that's possessed the best you can. I am missing so many dodges. That's one thing that I'm weak on. I need to work on. Dodges are very important. So Evil Ash decided to show himself. We're gonna go take him on. He kind of nothing to do with us. So as we're attacking him, everything around us is just getting beat down with damage. So last attempt from the demon to destroy the book. Got 10 seconds. There's my Q to balance bar him, and that'll do it. So we pulled a win out of this one right here and did quite well with the AoE build. Like I said, Scotty is my absolute favorite. And although the Necromancer wasn't the best and wasn't the strongest, the build did what it was supposed to do, knocking swarms of enemies down and so on and so forth. But like I said earlier, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this or if you didn't, there's the damage, there's the numbers looking fantastic as always, right around the same thousands as is numbers of kills. So, but that's it, guys. And thank you, and I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll catch y'all next time. Later.